You guys see this? 61 million from the OPQ. Yet, the bullet itself is doing a million, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like a million. But we're getting a 61 million shock explosion. And that is what we are going to talk about today. The clone, the mayhem scaling, and why the clone is so damn good with the OPQ system. He just melted Trant right there like you saw. He's going to melt these mobs before I even get back. Actually, never mind. There was a buddy system. Once that shock explosion triggers, he just one-taps things. Everything just disappears. Alright. So that is what we are going to be talking about today. Why the OPQ system is so insane on the digiclone, and it is actually because he is double dipping the shock explosion. Now, I made a video on the OPQ system a long time ago. If you guys want to check it out. Basically, I have this weird theory that the OPQ system is actually just short fuse, but on a gun. So you know, under the coding, I just have a theory that it is actually just basically short fuse. So yeah, let's talk about it. Now, basically how the OPQ system works is when you shoot the OPQ system, basically you can get this shock explosion to trigger, and that shock explosion is the same exact damage as one pellet from the OPQ system. So it's based on that initial shot, and what double dipping is it basically, it happens when something is based off the damage of the initial shot, and then it will get those bonuses again. So in this case, the clone is actually double dipping action skill damage. And that is how we go from 510k pellet to a 14 million shock explosion. And I'm gonna actually pull the calculator out for this one and tell you guys how this is happening. So basically, if you guys didn't know, but the digiclone actually gets 31 times damage for the mayhem scaling from mayhem 0 to mayhem 10. It is 31 times damage. And you know, that's justified in the fact that the clone does pitiful damage before mayhem scaling, at least for mayhem 10. You know what I mean? He needs that level of scaling to make it on mayhem 10. So keep in mind that 31 times, and then also I have the 36% action skill damage on my class mod. Now, the reason why I say I think this is short fuse is the last patch. If you guys watched my last patch video, we talked about double dipping and how they actually changed short fuse so that it wouldn't double dip, and ties that bind as well. And let's just show you guys. So basically we take 510,000 damage. This is the normal damage the clone should be doing with the 31 times mayhem scaling and also the 36% action skill damage. Now, basically, like I said, the shock explosion is the exact same damage as a pellet. I'll actually link my old OPQ video. I might have unlisted it because they changed how the 300 anointment worked. Basically, the OPQ system double dips all on hit bonuses. And yeah. So let's take this 510,000, let's multiply this by 0.65 because we're shooting shock versus flesh. So shock versus flesh actually gets a negative damage multiplier. That takes us to 331. Now let's multiply this by 1.36. This is for the action skill damage on our class mod. It's 36% on the class mod. That brings us up to 450. And now let's multiply this by the 31 times mayhem damage scaling, which this is double dipping, and that takes us to 13,900,000, rounding up to 14 million. So if you guys have been playing with the OPQ system on the digiclone, this is why it's so powerful. It is double dipping the 31 times mayhem scaling bonus as well as the action skill damage on my class mod. So let's go ahead and just show you guys my class mod. Basically, this 36% action skill damage bonus. Now, like I said, I kind of just have this weird theory that the OPQ system is coded just like short fuse. It's basically just a gun with short fuse on it with different damage multiplier, and it is double dipping these on hit bonuses, as in the mayhem scaling and the action skill damage. So yeah, the OPQ system is absolutely the overwhelmingly strongest gun on the digiclone right now because of that. That is a ridiculous bonus. And yeah, guys, one other tip I wanted to tell you guys real quick for the end of the video. Someone actually pointed this out to me, but you can target buddy system with your drone, and that is just so cool. I didn't think it was worth a video by itself, but I did wanted to share that because sometimes these things are so hard to hit, but you can actually target your drone at it, so that's very, very cool. But anyways, guys, that was just a cool fun fact I kind of realized was happening when I was playing with the OPQ system earlier. I took Clone and the OPQ system through Guardian Takedown. He literally one-tapped every single Guardian, and I didn't use it for the raid bosses, but later I took it to the Malon Takedown, and he literally crushed Wotan with a shock OPQ system. And yeah, that was just a little bit ridiculous to me. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. You guys know I love finding cool interactions like this, and actually I really liked the OPQ system. I'm gonna link my original OPQ system video down below, showing you guys that this used to double dip the 300% anointment. Technically it still does, but the 300% anointment is a lot worse now. And yeah, so anyways, guys, that is it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.